What is up, everybody? It's Cjplays here, and I'm back with another Sims 3 speed build, and today I'm going to be building the Lucky Barnacle Trailer Park. So this is a trailer park that I'm building in Barnacle Bay. As a lot of y'all know, Barnacle Bay is like one of my favorite store worlds from The Sims 3. Kind of like one of my favorite worlds in general, but one of my favorite store worlds. I know a lot of people may not like it, and I understand why, but I just like Barnacle Bay. And I chose this lot. This is a 40 by 30 lot, I want to say, or a 30 by 40 lot in Barnacle Bay. I will have like all the information, like the lot name and stuff, listed down below, but I can't think of it right now. But I am building this on one of the empty lots in the world, and this trailer park will have 3 different trailers. They're all like in different sizes and stuff like that, so this one is like the first one that we're gonna tackle. Now, y'all, I have like stories for all of these Sims because I don't know, do y'all do that when you build houses? You know, do you have like little stories and scenarios for the Sims? Because I do. I used to do it a lot back in the day when I used to do a lot of speed builds, but I haven't done it in a while, and I kind of miss that. You know, it kind of helps me get into building and makes it a lot more immersive for me. So the first one that we're going to be talking about is the blue one that is on the far left. That, as y'all can see, is the biggest one, and I feel like the family that lives here, they're nice people, but it's just something about them. You know, it's just something about them. Like, you can't quite put your finger on it. You know, it's just something that is just kind of a little bit off, you know? Now, the family is composed of a mom, a dad, and a son. And the son always wanted like a sibling, but he just never got one. He has like a bunk bed in his room, and he really wants a sibling. But little does he know, the mom is thinking about getting pregnant. So, I don't know. If you chose to play in this, you know, maybe you can like make the Sims and stuff and maybe make the mom have a kid or something like that. But the mom, on the other hand, y'all, is a busybody. She is in everybody's business, you know. If you're new and she does not know you, she's going to make it her mission to find everything out about you. If she can't find it out, she's going to be really upset and be really intrusive and just pushy and going to question you down to the floor. So she's one of those kind of Sims, you know, just really nosy, self-centered, very much a social butterfly and stuff like that. And she can be a little bit annoying. Now, the dad, on the other hand, is more mild-mannered. He's just to himself. He has an office job, but he prefers to work from home if he can, just to be around his family, and I can't really blame her for that. I feel like he's also probably trying to keep his wife out of trouble, you know? That's probably what he's doing. But this house, I really love. I think this might be one of my favorite ones, you know? I feel like I like all 3, but this one might be one of my favorite ones, because I really like that blue color scheme on the outside of it. Now, these Sims have a little bit of money, you know? I don't want to say they're rich, but they have a little bit of money out here. Now, they haven't been in the park, like, the longest. I think they moved in, I would say, maybe around, like, 10 to 15 years ago. Like, the oldest people, like the oldest like house out here, or trailer I should say, is the one that's in the middle, but I'll get to that one a little bit later. But they've been here for a while. They kind of got to know everyone, and this is just me now trying to figure out what I wanted to do for their house. Now, I made the house like a blue and white color scheme. If you go back on my YouTube channel, you'll see that I used to do my floors, like I used to have like all white hardwood floors, but I haven't done it in a while, and I kind of miss doing that kind of thing. So I wanted this to be like a blue and white kind of like crisp, clean kind of house. Again, the mom is a busybody. Okay, she wants to clean house. She likes what she likes. Now, I decided to use the countertops that came with the late night pack because I don't really think I've ever really used those for anything. Same thing with the stove. I don't think I've ever used that one. And I'm really trying to branch out, y'all. Maybe you could, I don't know if you could tell or not in my like couple like build videos recently, but I'm trying my best to branch out a little bit. I know I got like really used to using my Bayside countertops and in the cabinets and stuff like that, but I want to branch out. There's a lot of like good stuff in the game that I haven't really used yet, or I haven't used in a while, so I'm trying to branch out a little bit. I decided to make this like a blue. I feel like the mom here, she got her kitchen inspiration from like, you know, I would say maybe the 70s. You know, like I feel like they moved in probably around like in the 90s or something like that, but her like, you know, her style is like very much 70s kind of. So I went with like a little mid-century vibe with the table. I had to like pause the recording to go to the Sims like the Sims 3 store website to figure out what the matching chairs were for this table. And I think those are the matching ones or something like that, but either way, the kitchen is like very much like mid-century and stuff like that. Really like that color scheme, y'all. Really nice. Now, when it came to the living room, y'all, it took me so long. Like, in a crazy... I feel like I spent the most time on this house. And, of course, it doesn't really seem like that because it's a speed build. But, like, y'all, it took me, like, over an hour, maybe like almost 2 hours. Honestly, kind of longer than that. But it took me like multiple hours to like do this whole entire trailer park. And it doesn't seem like it, but trust me, y'all. I was the most indecisive probably in this area. Like I was switching out the couches. I think those couches are from the contemporary set on the Sims 3 store. I was switching out the couches. I was trying to figure out what TV I wanted to use, how many plants I wanted to put in here. That tiki plant in the corner, I ended up moving that to the bathroom. So this house, by the way, I didn't even tell y'all, this house is a two bathroom, two bedroom house. So the parents have an ensuite, and then like there's like a general bathroom that everyone can use. Like I said, y'all, I had to like pause the recording. I was trying to put down I was trying to figure out what kind of rug I wanted to use. So I decided to use this one from Into the Future. It's like one of the ones I always use, and I ended up recoloring it. And I wanted to use the coffee table from the base game. I went ahead and I recolored that as well. And I did swap out those couches, y'all, for the ones that came with the Seasons pack or the Island Paradise. Are those Seasons? They might be Seasons couches. If you can already tell, by the way, y'all, I didn't really limit myself when it came to, like, building this. I kind of used whatever I wanted to. I don't think I used any custom content. I'm pretty sure there's no CC here, but there's definitely stuff from stuff packs, expansion packs, stored content. Y'all know how to go. But that's pretty much it, though, for the living room. I think next up I move on to the bathroom. So the bathroom took me a little while to do. I wanted it to look kind of classy. Like, at first, y'all, my original idea for the trailer park was to kind of make it look run down and kind of grungy, but I think I want to do one of those maybe in a couple of months for YouTube. I mean, if y'all want me to, like, I'll do one, like, soon. But my plan is to maybe wait until around, like, Halloween or, like, fall time or something like that, and maybe have, like, a rundown one, and make it look really, really grungy, because I love that kind of thing in The Sims. But I wanted to make this one look kind of pristine and kind of nice, and I used the same countertops from the kitchen, and I used that little corner piece in here. I used that for the shower, and then I also put a toilet in here as well. As you can see, that plant I just moved to the corner, but that's pretty much it for the bathroom. I have like the really like navy blue like wallpaper in here, and I really love the way it turned out. Like, honestly, y'all, I would stay in this trailer, like, honestly. As long as I have internet and I can like get food and stuff like that and just make sure like I'm good, I would stay here, honestly. But now this is just me trying to figure out what kind of light fixtures I wanted to put up in here. I forgot the ones that I went with. I want to say those lights are from Showtime. I don't really remember, but I know that it turned out good. But moving on, I think after this I went ahead and I tackled the kids room. So the kids room, on the other hand, was probably one of my favorite ones in the house. It's just so small. It's like an L shape, right? So it's like a really interesting shape to kind of tackle. I was so glad that we have bunk beds, y'all, because if we did not have bunk beds in this, well, I mean, honestly, I could have made it work without bunk beds, but I'm kind of glad we had those, because originally I wasn't going to put them, but I was like, well, if the son kind of wants to have like a sibling, then maybe that's why he got a bunk bed, so maybe one day he hopes that he'll get one. So I was like, that'll be a really good idea. Now, if you do make Sims to live in here and they have like a kid or like a baby or whatever, you might want to like use the lofted bunk bed instead of this one. It'll have like an empty space at the bottom. I don't know if it'll slot. I don't think cribs slot to the spaces like they do in The Sims 4, but hopefully with move objects you can put one down, or you can like move stuff around if you want to. But in my brain I'm like, the bunk bed is for like his sibling that maybe he'll get one day. Now that I think about it, y'all, I should probably make these Sims. Like, do y'all want me to make these Sims one day? Because I definitely will. I also use the bookshelf that came with Generations. That's a really nice one, and I don't use it all too often. For the longest time I thought it was stored content, but no, I think it came with Generations. I put a toy box in here, and then I also put a dresser just so your kid can change clothes and stuff like that. And I can't forget about the toy box. I also added that little circular window in here as well, because it was kind of dark in this room. I wanted to use like one of the ones from like the rest of the house, but I didn't really like how it looked from the outside, so I was like, maybe I could put like a little small circular window. A lot of trailer homes seem to have some stuff like that, so I put it in here. I also put like a little light preserver up in the kids room as well. And this right now is the primary bedroom, or like where the parents will sleep. I used the bed that came with the Island Paradise pack, I want to say. I think that was Island Paradise. I used to use that bed a lot, but I haven't used it in a while, so I was like, why don't we just reuse it? It took me a little bit of time to figure out what I wanted to do, like how I wanted to style this room. Again, the color scheme in here is very much blue, whites, some browns and some neutral colors and stuff like that. I don't know what it is lately, y'all, but I've been really into like neutral colors in The Sims and just like having really muted like color schemes, and it's been that way for a while. I need to like switch it up. But that's pretty much it for this like bedroom. I wanted to go ahead and put like a computer desk in here as well, so the father could have a place to do his work when he's at home. I should have honestly gave him a laptop too, now that I think about it. Maybe if I make him, I'll give him a laptop. But he has like a little office space so he can work if he's at home, which is gonna probably be often because, you know, he likes to be home anyway. I also used that really cool bookshelf that came with Seasons. I think it has like a starfish on it, I want to say, so it's kind of like nautical, so I wanted to have that in here as well. And then I put the chair that came with Late Night in here because I just like how it filled up the space. And that's pretty much it, like I said, for this. I also put like that little movie poster, I forgot what pack it came from, but I put like a little movie poster painting in here. I think that's the dad's, you know, he likes old classic movies and stuff like that. But this bedroom just has its own ensuite. I'm kind of trying to branch out a little bit and make like more interesting floor plans, so I wanted to like use the rest of the space in here to kind of squeeze in a bathroom, just so like, you know, the parents don't have to go all the way across the house just to use it. They can have their own little private bathroom. It's not as big as the other one, so I wasn't able to put like 2 countertops in here. I mean, I probably could have, but you know, where would the toilet go? I use like the same countertops and I just put like a different mirror. But moving on, this is the second trailer. So ooh, y'all, let me tell you about this one. This one's kind of sad a little bit, okay? So there was an old couple that stayed here, okay? However, the husband passed away. Now the sim that lives here is just a little old lady, and she lives by herself, and she really tends to keep to herself. I feel like she's probably the closest to like the mom that lives in the blue trailer. You know, the mom, she likes to come over, bake her casserole, keep an eye on her and stuff like that. So if she ever needs something, she can definitely like, you know, reach out to them. But she kind of stays to herself mostly, and she lives alone. And her house is like very, very grandma-esque, okay? I don't really think they ever had any kids. You know, I feel like she just lives by herself, I would say. So it's very like grandma-esque or like old lady-esque, if that makes sense. So I used a lot of pinks, a lot of different floral patterns in here. I used like those old-timey chairs that came with the country set on the Sims 3 store. I forgot what one it is, but it's one of the country sets. It's like a couple of like chairs that are like really like you know, kind of old looking, and I wanted to use those. I tried to use like the big couch that came with that set, but it was just no room in here. Again, this is like a small trailer at all. I didn't have a lot of space. So as you can see, this is just me now going through all the different floral patterns. So I chose this one. I was kind of inspired by, in the world of Hidden Springs, there's like a little cafe lot, and it has like a wallpaper that's kind of similar to this one. It might actually be one like this, but it's kind of similar, and I wanted to like use that one in here. And I think it looks really nice. I ended up changing the color of the rug in here too, just to kind of make it a little bit more pink. And then I kind of wanted to separate the living room from the kitchen, so I put some tile down here. Yo, I was really upset too because I wanted to use the canning station so bad, but it was just not gonna fit. Like, I probably could have made it fit, but I wanted to be able to have like a door go to the bedroom. So I'm really upset because I couldn't make it fit, because the grandma, or like the old lady I should say, she would love to like do canning and stuff like that and have like preserves and stuff like that, but can't put it in here. Like, I'm pretty sure y'all can find a way to fit it in here, right? Like, I know it's possible, I'm sure. You probably just won't have a lot of countertop space, but for the sake of like the building stuff, I just took it away. And I just have like, you know, the old timey, I think it's like a mid-century fridge and stove, and I ended up putting like the chairs. I wasn't gonna go for 3, but I was like, no, I'm just gonna put one for her and maybe a guest. You know, her husband used to have the other chair, but he's not here anymore. And then this is just like the little living room area, so I used those old timey chairs that I was talking about. Here is me trying to put that couch, y'all, but as you can see, it was just too big. I mean, it would have worked, but I didn't really like how much space it took up, so I went back and I just chose these. I recolored those chairs to kind of make them look a little different. One is blue and like one is kind of pink, and it kind of, you know, represents the husband and wife. And I used that old-timey radio that came, I forgot what pack it came with, but it's like one of the old-timey sets, so I ended up using that one. You know, maybe the old lady likes to listen to music while she watches TV. And this is the bathroom. It's really small and cramped, and I had to make sure I turned off move objects just to make sure that everything could like technically fit in here. So I need to place test this house a little bit more just to make sure that your Sims can maneuver everything. But the bathroom is just pretty small. It's just like an L-shaped. I used those floor. It's like a tile, but it's like a slightly different tile from the kitchen. And moving on, this is the bedroom. So by the way, y'all, this house is just a 1-bedroom house. It has like an ensuite office space, and the office space, you'll see it in a little bit, that was like for the husband, because like as you can see, the house is just really bright, colorful, floral, butterflies is everywhere. It's just a lot. So I feel like the husband just wanted one space in the house that was like to himself where he could just be like in peace. So there's like an ensuite like office. You could turn it into whatever you want it to, but I made it into like an office space. So he has like a computer desk in there and a bookshelf. And I feel like he was probably just in there a lot of the times, just on a computer, watching videos, or I don't know, like on forums or something like that. Like he was just minding his business, okay? And that was his little sanctuary. He had like his bookshelf. He would read books and stuff in there. So that was his little private place, okay? But that's pretty much it though for like the bedroom. I just wanted something really bright and colorful. It took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do, and I decided to use that like butterfly print that came with the base game, and I thought it looked really cool in here. Also, there's like that freezer bunny Cupid photo. I don't think I've ever used that for anything, y'all. I think it's like free on the Sims 3 store, and I was like, you know what, I feel like a grandma would definitely have that in her house. So I put that in the bedroom, and I thought it was like a really cool touch. And then as you can see, this is just me now trying to, you know, put everything down. I did use the calendar that came with the pets pack because I don't know what it is, but I like putting calendars by computer desk in the Sims. It's like really realistic to me, especially like for home offices and stuff like that. And last but not least, y'all, this is the last trailer. So this one is a little bit more interesting, right? Because there used to be a guy who lived here. He was like maybe like middle-aged, maybe like 50s, like maybe like mid to late 50s or something like that. But unfortunately, he did pass away, and he left his nephew, his only nephew, his trailer. And the guy that lives here, y'all, his nephew now is, I would say he's like in his late 20s, maybe like early 30s, maybe like 28, 29 or something like that. He's like really lost in life. He's directionless. He doesn't really know what he wants to do. He has no goals or anything like that. And he seemed to have developed a really nasty habit of stealing stuff from other people. So he is a developing kleptomaniac. So you'll see it a little bit later, but the bedroom, y'all, has like a bunch of just random stuff. This is just the living room setup. So I kept a lot of the stuff that the uncle would have had, like, you know, like wood paneling, like tropical, like wallpaper and stuff like that. Again, we are in Barnacle Bay, so, you know, the uncle did have this really nice angled like shower, or not shower, I guess tub, I should say. And it looked really cool, y'all. Like, oof, I really wanted to use that in here, you know. And I had to use like move objects to kind of like get everything to like fit in here, because I wanted the counters in here to be like at an L-shaped, so it took me like a while to get everything to work. Like I said, I still have to playtest this to make sure Sims can maneuver it. I did turn on and off move objects just to make sure, but the bathroom is just really, really cool, and I really like that tub. I feel like the uncle, that was probably like one of the things that he liked the most. I feel like his life was more so modest, like, you know, he was a guy who just kind of got by, but his nephew is definitely gonna have some expensive taste. So I feel like the nephew probably stole this bed from someone, like like the bed sheets belong to the uncle, but the bed itself, you know, it's like one of the expensive ones that came with late night, I want to say. He stole it from somebody. I don't know who, but he stole it. I don't know how he got it in the house, but he stole it. He also stole, like, there's like a little light over there from late night. He stole that from like a bar. Bedroom, by the way, did have its own ensuite. So, you know, he didn't steal anything in the bathroom though, but that chair, by the way, y'all, he stole it. I don't know who he got it from. I feel like he was probably at like an office or something and just wheeled it away. This bedroom does have a stereo. I used the one from 70s, 80s, and 90s stuff, and he definitely took that one as well. Like, y'all, like I said, he's a kleptomaniac. That lamp beside his bed, stole it, you know? So hopefully this guy does not get caught. Now, this guy doesn't make an effort to really get to know anyone in the neighborhood or anyone in like the other trailers. Like, he could care less about that kind of thing. He's kind of to himself. He leaves and goes as he pleases, and the mom across the street, y'all, does not like it, because she has tried to reach out to this man to become friends and stuff like that, especially since his uncle passed away, you know, and he was like cordial with her, but he doesn't really like her that much. Like, he's like, okay, I can see what kind of person you are, and I know if I get to know you, I'm gonna be in jail because you're gonna report me. So he's trying to keep a distance from her, if that makes sense. And like the old lady next door, he doesn't really like think about that much. Like, this dude is very much, you know, in and out, young adult, stealing and just trying to get by, you know. Doesn't have a lot of responsibility. But that's pretty much it though for his house, and that's honestly pretty much it for the speed build too, y'all. This is just me now doing some landscaping. I use a lot of the same plants and stuff like that, and I thought it was like really cool out here. So if you want to download this, I will leave a link down below. But anyway, y'all, that is all that I have for this video. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to leave a like, comment something down below, stick around for the screenshots, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Thanks for watching!